Hello everyone and welcome to today's reading. I hope that all is well. If you're new here, I'm your host LeeApocrypha and it is always a pleasure to meet you. If you're returning, welcome back, Soul Family. I love you guys. Hugs. Alright, so today we're going to do zodiac signs. It's been a while since I've done zodiac signs. Things have gone busy with the holidays and all this shit going on. But I feel called to get back into it today. All of them are going to be together, as you can obviously tell. And they're probably going to be short. I will use the Restless Tarot in all of the zodiac signs, and I'll pick whatever else if I feel drawn to something else to reaffirm or give more clarity onto whatever message is going on. So we will start with Aries. Hey Aries, welcome to your portion of today's reading. I saw 110, it turned to 111, and today is 111. Look at the card we got. We got Aries, but in reverse. I'm an Aries too, so immediately what I'm seeing is the negative attributes of an Aries. So one of those negative attributes of Aries are that we can be short-tempered, we can be stubborn as fuck, along with other things. You know, sometimes prideful or, whatever the case is. So I'm seeing here, Aries, be cautiously aware for your card to come out, or I should say for our card to come out. That's saying that we need to be more aware of our energy and whether we're portraying those positive attributes or the negative ones. Okay, let's see. And then for it to be 111 today, and I saw 111 at the time, there's a need for a new beginning. I feel like a lot of Aries, we have been going through changes in our life, or we're trying to manifest something new. This is saying to trust your intuition. Follow that guidance that you feel. This is making me think of Baphomet as well. And Baphomet's torch. So the torch symbolizes knowledge, understanding, spiritual advancement, and all of that. So to me, this is saying follow your intuition, continue to strive towards your spiritual advancement if that is something that you're trying to do. And if you're watching this, and I feel like that is probably something at least the majority of you are trying to delve deeper into. This ram also has 4 horns, and 4 is the number of stability. So I feel like there's a message here. If you have been feeling unstable, it's because of your unwillingness to make changes in your life. Let's see, I just split the deck, and I feel like pulling from the top part of the deck that was left behind and seeing what's underneath. So underneath we have Leo, and we have the 10 of stars. So the 10 of pentacles. I was about to say, if you want success, abundance, love, prosperity, all this shit, then you need to be aware that your stubbornness and unwillingness to make certain changes in your life is going to make it difficult for you to come into this true abundance and success and alignment in your life. Be careful not to stretch yourself too thin, Aries. I feel like some of you are open and desiring new possibilities, and others of you are closed off. I feel like you're trying to get a better understanding of who deserves your openness and your truth, and who you should kind of keep your truth to yourself. So perhaps this is family or other people in your life that are not understanding of your path and don't really truly support you. I feel like for some of you here, this is saying to be aware, you know, it's okay to keep some of yourself secret, you know what I mean? If you are in a situation where someone will literally cause you harm just because you practice witchcraft, or you're in the left-hand path, or you work with demons or something, then that's not healthy. I personally feel like you should be able to express yourself, but I also understand that not everyone has that luxury. Like if you're younger, living in your parents' home, you're under 18, you don't have a job, like it's not something that you could just do in, for example, a very religious home, that you might be kicked out or like really like go through a lot of negative experiences just because your family doesn't fucking get it. And that's okay if they don't get it, but I mean, I would hope that the people around you will be supporting, even if they don't understand, that they would try to understand. So I would say it's understandable if this is like a challenge for you and it's hard for you to truly feel safe enough to be open and vulnerable to the people that you love and that you care about, because not all of them will see eye to eye with you. So I'm seeing a lot of family imbalance, a lot of issues at home for some of you, or where you spend the majority of your time. So for some that will be work, at work. For some that'll be school. We have the 7 of Wands and Scorpio. Okay. With the 7 of Wands here, I feel like this is saying to find balance between work and play. It's important for you to delve deeper into your practice and to truly study more. If you've been feeling called to a certain path, whatever the path is for you, study about it more and really delve deeper into creating a consistent practice. But also to let go of the burdens. So I'm seeing all this knowledge here, finding balance because it's unbalanced. And there's this big like cinder block behind this spirit or this person, this entity, whatever. So it's saying while you are on your journey towards enlightenment, or you know, whatever it is that you're studying, that you're trying to come into a deeper understanding about, it's important for you to let go of the past. Let go of the past, let go of the things that stop you from moving forward and that hold you back. Because it's only going to be harder for you. For example, the original Rider-Waite depiction of the Fool card, even though we didn't get the Fool card, I'm feeling that energy, is that there's this guy, he has like a stick with a bag that's holding his belongings, and that's literally all he has, besides the clothes on his back and the shoes on his feet and the hat on his head. So what this is saying is a part of the imbalance in terms of what it is that you're trying to manifest and create for yourself is because there's a lot of weight on your shoulders. You're still holding on to the past in some way, for some of you. For others of you, this may be maybe you're working at a job that you really hate, but you still feel like obligated to stick around instead of striving towards something new. And with the Scorpio card here, I'm seeing follow your intuition. Know that it is okay to delve deeper into your darkness. Know that it is okay to defend yourself. And at certain times, you're going to need to speak up. You're going to need to defend yourself in different ways depending on the situation. Again, it's being brought to the awareness of secrets. And for you here, for the majority of you, I feel like this isn't like keep secrets and like lie. No, I would never believe in that. Like, I would never be the type of person to say lie to your partner, lie to your, whoever. Personally, I don't believe in doing that. But your life is your life, and however you live your life is on you. I feel like this is saying or bringing back to our awareness about the secrets when it comes to your safety. Not because you know you're guilty and you want to get away with something. If you're going to keep secrets, it should be for your safety. Not because you're a cheater or something. That's disgusting. So that's what I'm getting with that. Let's see, underneath the card we have the Ten of Swords. So there's a lot more energy here about cutting out what has harmed you. To me, this is a lot of death energy, which is also Scorpio energy, even though this is the Ten of Swords. For some of you, if you've been feeling like learning more about Santa Muerte, then maybe this is a message that you should start learning more about her and the many beautiful aspects of her energy. I feel like some of you are at a point in your life where you're cutting out the people, places, and things that just cause you a lot of stress, and like bringing back to this that here, like the weight on your shoulders. There's been a lot of pain. This entity here doesn't even have a heart. They're missing a whole part of themselves. To me, this is saying be aware of your energy. Be careful not to allow the pain of your past or how your exes or your friends or your family or whoever treats you. This is saying to have clarity in what it is that you want and to move forward and strive towards that. But not to close your heart off just because you have experienced a lot of negativity or lies or bullshit in your life. I heard disarm yourself. But I feel like what that means is disarm yourself for you. When you're doing shadow work or when you're trying to understand yourself better, you're trying to delve deeper, it's important for you not to judge the realizations that come into your mind and come into clarity for you. Because once you start judging yourself, you're creating a lot of resistance towards that change. Once you start judging yourself. It's like that feeling of not being good enough. Maybe for some of you, you feel like deep down inside you know you have leadership qualities, but some of you doubt your leadership skills. Then start learning more about being a leader and what you can do to help develop those skills of teamwork and leading people that are relying on you. Don't close your heart off just because of the pain, because you've been hurt. Be open towards yourself above all, first and foremost, but be open to the connections around you that are genuine. All right. Anything else? Okay. The silent. Remember how I was mentioning about secrets? Her lips are sealed and you can't even see them. Her eyes are closed, so you can't even read her eyes. There's no way to truly know what is going on. I feel like for some of you, there are people around you that have no fucking clue what your intentions are, that have no fucking clue who you really are. There are people around you trying to get to know you, trying to open up to you, but you're kind of closed off, and I feel like that's a part of the stubbornness, understandably, because of the heartache and the past and shit that has happened in your life. Let's see if we can get one more. Silence. Sometimes you need to move in silence, especially when you're on a path that is very frowned upon. And in some cultures or some places, like, people will literally abuse you or treat you like shit or attack you just because you have a different spiritual beliefs. I'm hearing crusades. Maybe you feel like there are a lot of people around you that are kind of like that they'll never accept you, and literally, wow. I feel like there's someone out there, maybe one of you, that feels like maybe I'm better off dead, like, because they don't accept me. Like, no, fuck that. Just because they don't accept you doesn't mean you can't accept yourself. You can accept yourself. You should accept yourself. And if you really want to, then you need to believe that you do accept yourself. And you need to work towards that, even though it's difficult. Sometimes you need to move in silence. Move in silence. And then we have the shadow. Interesting. The shadow. It's making me think of the void. And then we have dash underneath. So the dash card is making me think it's important to move past your stubbornness of feeling comfortable or in your comfort zone. If you want changes in your life, you need to, excuse my language, I can come off very harshly, but I never have ill will about it. But we need to get off our ass and get the shit done that it is that we say or that we want to do, and just get it done. You know? So yeah, those are the messages. The veil. Okay, actually, there's another message here. The veil is thin when you are open, when you are receptive. It's like I did like a mini reading earlier before filming this, and there's an essence of the void that I got, and one day I started feeling this energy. I'm not sure if it was Lucifer or if it was my higher self or whatever, but it's like we all come from the void. Everything comes from the void. Therefore, why are we so afraid of our darkness when we are literally darkness? We literally have darkness, and that is a big part of who we are, and that's not an evil, bad thing. It's just we need to learn to be healthy about finding balance. I'm hearing like light against the darkness, or light within the dark. Like yin and yang, for example, there's the white dot in the black part, and then there's the black dot in the white part. And it's like there's no such thing as wholly good or wholly evil. And I feel like some of you understand this and are trying to relay that message to people around you that you care about, but they are not getting it because they probably, unfortunately, might never, just because of their upbringing and the way that they've been raised and conditioned to believe. So be difficult, okay? So thank you so much, Aries. I hope that the reading brought you some clarity or perspective into your situation, and I will now be moving on to Taurus. So hey Taurus, welcome to your portion of the reading. I hope that all is well. Let's see what happens here. What are we gonna get for Taurus? The Thrall of Stars. So in this deck, Thrall are pages. So this is the Page of Pentacles. Some of you are trying to build stability. Some of you, sorry, that didn't feel right. Some of you are trying to move towards a new beginning. Some of you are trying to claim victory over a situation. Some of you, I feel like, are in the planning stages of moving forward in something that's been going on in your life. So we have the Thrall of Swords in reverse. And we have Pisces in reverse. Some of you are trying to create stability in a situation. However, it will be very difficult to have stability in a situation where there's not a healthy, balanced communication. I feel like for some of you, you have a very venomous tongue, or even if it's unintentional, you can kind of hurt people with your words, even though you're just trying to be honest. And maybe for some of you, you feel like, man, I shouldn't even just speak anymore because people can't fucking handle it. Like, with Pisces here, it's making me think of a need to delve deeper into your emotions, to realize the cycles that you may be caught up in, to follow your intuition. I just started hearing the song Bite the Hand That Feeds. Like, bite the hand that feeds you. Let's see what's under the deck. Under the deck, we have the Seven of Swords in reverse. So, again, there's a lot about truth here not being exposed. Excuse me. I feel like some of you are refusing to be honest towards someone or in a situation that you're dealing with. And it's like you're trying to build a stable foundation before healing the pain and the trauma within you. You're trying to build a stable foundation while also lying to someone in their face or something. That's not good. It will only haunt you and follow you forever. I mean, you can act like you don't care, but it'll pop up in your mind and you might start to feel guilty. And if you don't, like, whatever happened to people being raised, like, to treat others how you want to be treated? Like, how is that so hard? You should never expect something from someone that you don't expect from yourself. Don't expect people to be honest and forthcoming with you and open if you're over here closed off, being very spiteful, holding grudges, lying, cheating, hurting people behind their back, literally doing what you know that they hate behind their back just because they told you not to do it or something. If the connection's not working, then break it off. It's better to break off a connection than to lie and be the reason why, or the part of the reason why there are issues. You're better off breaking it off than lying. If you feel like you need to lie to your partner in order to have your happiness, or you feel like you need to lie in order to stroke your ego or keep your secrets kept, no, that's not the way to do it. I mean, if that's the way you want to do it, it's your life. That's on you. Don't be surprised if there are people around you that you fall in love with. If you're still in this energy, don't be surprised if they leave your ass. Don't be surprised if they divorce you. Don't be surprised if they ghost you or block you. Because if you're hiding all these things from them, you're emotionally unavailable, you're not honest, you might be doing shit behind their back. Don't be surprised. I mean, if I were giving them a reading, my advice to them would be to fucking run. Because, like, honestly, if you would have trust issues with someone who's acting this way towards you, why do you treat someone else like that? I feel like this message is not for the majority of Taurus that may watch this. But maybe this isn't your energy. Maybe this is an energy that you're dealing with. And it's been very difficult to deal with this. I'm saying if this is your energy, it's important to build your foundation somewhere else. Move forward in order to have that victory that you're looking for, Taurus. Be honest with yourself about the cycles that you may be stuck in, and with this person or within yourself. It's important to acknowledge those things so that you can move forward. So let's see. I'm going to take the top one. Reconciliation. If you want to work shit out, you're gonna need to unbury all those skeletons, lay them all out on the table. If you want to fix a connection, you have to be real. You have to be vulnerable. And if that's something that you've never done, then now's the time to learn it. Whether it's with this person or the next or the next or the next, if you keep acting in this way, if this is your energy, then it's never going to work. You're always going to be separated from people that you love because you don't know how to be honest and be real and be vulnerable. How can you expect someone to be honest, real, and vulnerable with you when you can't even do that in return? And then don't get mad over here if they catch you on your shit and they're accusing you of something that they know that you're doing. Don't get mad at them just because they know you're shitting them. They know you're full of shit. Reconciliation. It's important for you to reconcile with your inner child, to heal the past, to move forward in order to have healthy, stable relationships. And that doesn't have to be romantic. Maybe you don't want a partner, that's fine, but this is most importantly within yourself. This could be within family, within friends, co-workers, just connections that you are dealing with or that are significant in your life. One more. I just realized as well, like in this, I saw 3131. 3 is about manifestation. 1 is like a new beginning, an amplification, alignment. 3 and 1 make 4. 4 is about stability. We're talking about stability. And I just saw 44. But here with the reconciliation, I see the moon here, and we're talking about secrets. The moon card can also be about secrets. We have compassion here. If you're in a toxic energy, it's important for you to be compassionate with yourself and be compassionate with the people around you. If they are toxic and you know their energy isn't good for you, then why do you waste your time? Be compassionate for yourself in the sense that you respect yourself enough not to allow yourself to be swayed or manipulated by liars around you, or you lying to yourself. Again, you need to follow your intuition, but you also need to be more compassionate with the people around you. Remember how I mentioned you may have a very biting tongue, which I understand because I can come off as a bitch sometimes and people don't understand my humor. I get it, like I say bitch too much or whatever, but this is saying to be aware of how you handle the situations around you. And also be aware of how people handle the situations revolving around you. And then underneath the deck we have animals. So this could be saying connect more with animals, animal totems, animal spirits. If you have pets or fur babies or, you know, feather babies or whatever, scale babies, to connect more with them. I feel like answers will come to you when you surround yourself with nature and with other living beings that are not human. I feel like a lot of wisdom will come to you, a lot of clarity onto your situation will come to you when you connect to the wilderness or to the beastly realm in some degree. Alright, so I hope that this message brought you some clarity into your perspective, Taurus, or into your situation. And yeah, so thank you so much for sharing your time and energy, Taurus. And now I will be moving to the next zodiac sign, which is Gemini. So hello and welcome, Gemini, to your portion of today's reading. I hope that all is well. So let's see what message comes out for Gemini. Okay. We have the Degenerate in reverse. We have Cancer in reverse. And we have Taurus upright. Okay. So I might have to pull an extra card for you because my knowledge in astrology and zodiac signs, even though I'm doing zodiac reading, is not, I'm still learning. So let's see what comes through. The Degenerate in reverse. I feel like you've been dealing with a lot of difficult situations around you, Gemini. People that may only want one thing, or maybe you are allowing yourself to be in an energy where you're kind of being thirsty in a not mindful way. You may be hurting people's feelings. You know, did I show you the Cancer card upright? You may be hurting other people's feelings. There may be people around you that don't know your true intentions. You and or people around you may see that you don't have clarity in a situation that's going on around you. I heard baby mama, baby daddy, boyfriend, girlfriend, sugar boo, sugar daddy, sugar mama. Fuck. Pretty much just partnerships, okay? For some of you, it may also be family. But I feel like this is more either within yourself or within some kind of romantic or sexual connection. Okay. I feel like you want to move forward with something, or you want to build a stable foundation. Perhaps you want to get a home, or you want to refinance your home, or there's something here about a home situation, about living situation. I heard immovable. Some of you may be in a situation where your intuition is telling you something, but your mind is telling you, or your logic is telling you to stay where you are, where it's comfortable, where you can't get hurt. I feel like some of you have been very emotional about a situation, a connection that has been difficult lately. And maybe you're not sure why it's been difficult or where this energy is coming from. Why all of a sudden now, for some of you, why all of a sudden now that I move in with this person, now I see all their shit? Well, that's because you will never truly understand somebody until you live with them, because that's when all the shit comes out. That's when you can't hide the shit. Like, let's say you both have to use the bathroom, there's only one, they literally just took a shit before you. If you really gotta go, hopefully you have a spray to stop the smell. But I mean, what I'm saying here is, if that is your situation, what do you expect? I feel like some of you, if that's your situation, you're expecting things to be sunshine and rainbows and perfect all the time, when that's unrealistic. You're over here telling yourself to be stubborn and immovable pretty much, but then you're not allowing yourself to see the beauty in change, because change allows for the possibility of something better. Always. Some of you are trying to reach towards your goals. But again, I feel like regardless of what the situation is, I feel like you're fighting heart and mind or intuition and logic. This may be about a, again, romantic connection or a job that you love, somewhere you're feeling really comfortable. You will never truly know somebody until you live with them. And I feel like for some of you, you're realizing that this is the truth, but that it just makes it harder because you may have gotten a lease with someone that you realize, like, I don't want to live with you. You may feel stuck in this situation. Let's see what's under the deck. We have Thrall of Swords in reverse. So the Thrall in this deck, I believe, is the Page. Okay, so we have the Page of Swords in reverse. Some of you are stuck in your mind over the difficulties and challenges that are going on, which is understandable. However, I feel like this reading is here to tell you it's time to see the bright side of things. It's time to be more proactive and be more positive. Not toxic positivity, not to make light of situations that you should, remove yourself from, detach yourself from, or whatever the case is. This is saying to you, you have a lot more ahead of you. You have a lot more available to you than you're allowing yourself to believe. I feel like, also with the Cancer card here in reverse, water signs being intuitive. I feel like this with the bird on the sword as well. It's kind of saying like your spirits, your guides, your angels, your demons, your ancestors, whatever it is that you work with, that they're trying to relay some messages to you, some truths to you, but this is giving me Four of Pentacles energy. In the original depiction of Four of Pentacles, we see ethereal hands coming from nothing, offering, I'm sorry, I said Four of Pentacles? Four of Pentacles, why is that? The stubbornness. Finances may be tight. Maybe you're realizing owning this home is more than you bargained for. Maybe this person you're dealing with isn't really playing their part in being balanced and fair to you. But anyway, what I'm saying here is, I meant the Four of Cups. There's a cup being offered and they're against the tree, pretty much like this, not realizing that a cup is being offered to them. They're crying over, or too focused on 3 cups in front of them, thinking that there's nothing else available, when your guides are trying to tell you, like, look at this ray of light beyond this mist, this fog, these clouds. If all you see is this, it's a very dark, self-limiting perception on things. But when you see this, it shows that there's that hope. It shows that, depending on your perspective, how you see things, that really matters a lot. It means a lot. It can change your outcome in the situation. Your spirit guides are trying to tell you to see the light at the end of the tunnel. You're going through a lot of shit. There are some trials and tribulations, some challenges that you are facing. For some of you, this is, if you believe in karma, for some of you, this is karma. You're paying a karmic debt for some of you. For some of you, it's something else. It's important for us to take responsibility for our choices in life and to not allow it to stop us in a way where we feel like we are incapable of making better changes in our life. All right. So let's see here. Phoenix. I saw 4555. Being the Phoenix is about change. 5 is about change. In order to arise anew, in order to have a new beginning, you have to allow the ember within the ash to grow. So what that's telling me here is that it's important for you to pursue what really makes you happy, to find alignment. In order to find alignment, you need to start moving towards your authentic self and your authentic path, whatever that means for you. Like a phoenix rising from the ash. It takes time. And then we have Cobra. There's another card too. We have Cobra. And we have Crocodile. Underneath we have Moth. So Moth immediately is bringing in more of that transformation energy. Also, I heard moth to the flame or moth to a light. Be aware that not all that glitters is gold. Not all that shines is, beneficial. Not all the people around you seek your growth or want you to grow. Perhaps you have someone around you that's watching you to see when you slip up, when you fuck up. Maybe it's a coworker that they want to take your position. Maybe it's a family member that they just want to throw in your face that you're wrong and that, I told you so, or whatever the case is. I knew you weren't responsible enough. Something like that. You're being watched. And I feel like there may be someone around you that has you in a trance. Because I just imagine, I see this cobra here, and I imagine, when you see people playing the music and the cobra's like moving, and it's just keeping eye contact, but it's just moving. I feel like it's like a trance. It's entrancing you so you don't anticipate when it's gonna strike. Some of you have toxic people around you, and perhaps that's also why the degenerate came out, which is number 15. This may be, for very few of you, a significant other in your life. Be aware of the people around you. If your intuition has literally been like exploding with realizations, like maybe this person doesn't have good intentions, maybe they're not really real like they seem or like they say or something, then be aware of that. And don't move in fear, but move smart. do what you need to do to find alignment and truth and stability within yourself. And don't allow the people around you to entrance you or to strike when you're most vulnerable. If you know someone who you just have a feeling like, man, if I'm at my worst, this person really, like, their shit comes out. That's toxic. I feel like some of you are coming to the realization of people that are toxic, and perhaps this reading is affirmation for some of you that, yeah, you should be careful. Protect your energy, but don't allow the energy to smother you. Don't allow the energy to like shut off or muffle, what's the word that I'm thinking about? Fuck. Stifle you, suffocate you. Essentially, the same thing, I guess. Don't allow someone else to turn off the ember, because when there's an ember, it is like the fire is at its weakest state, so to speak, because it will be very easy for it to turn off, and then it cannot turn back on its own. So this is saying, be aware there's some people around you that are consciously watching you to see when you're in an ember state and not your phoenix state. When you're at a phoenix, they're watching from afar, maybe jealous, maybe talking shit, maybe, spiteful, whatever. And when you're the most vulnerable, that's when they're like, oh, I know what I'm doing, and I can handle it, and I'm here. I'll take the place. I'll take their place, that's fine. I can do their job better than they can, because obviously they're having a bad day. Maybe you should send them home so I can do it for them. Like, I feel like there's someone, for someone here, I feel like this is in regards to work. Like someone that you work with. For some of you, this is in regards to someone that you love, whether romantic or family. Just be very careful. Don't mean to scare you or anything, but I'm gonna say what I see, so follow your intuition. Don't allow people to stray you from your path, and don't be so stubborn in a way where you don't allow yourself to grow, and don't smother yourself, okay? So thank you so much, Gemini, for being a part of this reading. I hope that it resonated in a way that can help bring some perspective into your situation. Thank you so much. And now we will be moving to Cancer. So, hello and welcome to your portion of this reading, Cancer. I hope that all is well. So, let's see what message comes through for you today. Do you want that? Do you want, okay, just that one. That one. Not those. These two? Kind of. Okay. That's like a, ooh. Oh shit. I was about to say, that's like a side note, and then I got distracted because I just saw some, like, I just saw this. Those eyes. And like half the deck fell. Some of it fell in the trash. Yay. How fun. So let's see what those cards are in the trash, because usually I take that as a message within itself. Okay, so we have the Five of Swords in reverse, and we have the King of Swords in reverse. Any other cards? Okay. Under the deck, we have the Four of Swords. This is making me think of like a patch. Like Is there a crew or like a biker gang or someone or something that like they have patches of eagles or like a phoenix or some kind of bird that's like rising like that? I don't know if that's significant or what that might mean to you, but maybe that means something for someone. Okay, so let's see. We have the Ten of Swords. We have revenge. There's more about birds here. And then we had the Hanged Man in reverse. The Four of Pentacles upright. The Five of Swords in reverse. And the King of Swords in reverse. Okay. I can't stop like looking at those eyes. Wow. Ooh. Okay. I feel like for some of you Cancers, you're dealing with a vengeful person. I know it's cold, but like I'm getting chills. This isn't for all of you, and I don't want to scare you, but this needs to be said. I feel like for some of you, someone's watching you. Someone may be aware of your financial situation. Maybe they're trying to tap into your finances and you're holding it to yourself. Maybe you're dealing, for some of you, I feel like maybe you're dealing with a legal situation where you're splitting, you're divorcing or something from someone, and they're very vengeful. You're trying to have enough for yourself, but they're trying to take more. Maybe this is someone who's affiliated with a gang or some kind of crew, cult or something. I feel like that message is only going to be for a few of you. But this person really, really does bring out a lot of negativity. They're very vengeful. And I feel like some of you feel like this person is trying to harm you. This person's trying to do something. I feel like some of you are paranoid that someone in your life is trying to harm you or trying to, I heard like get you dead. Like I feel like this message is for very, very, very few of you. You're really dealing with a difficult situation, to say the least. Be careful. Protect yourself. This person has harmed you before. Maybe they were, trigger warning, maybe they were abusive. Maybe they would use all your money. Maybe they were using you for your money. Maybe that's a suspicion that you've had. This to me reaffirms that for you. If you have been having a very strong suspicion about someone in your life who's vengeful, who's doing shit behind your back, I heard black magic, rituals, curses, stuff like that. There's a lot of I feel like they get in your head so much that you're so fearful of the situation, which understandably so, that, you know, with the Hangman in reverse, to me, what it's saying here is this person is manipulative, they are conniving, they are, they have narcissistic tendencies, they hold grudges, they, whenever, okay, this is the kind of person that when someone's on their blacklist, their shit list or whatever, that they stay there. This person holds grudges, but they've done a lot to hurt you and to manipulate you to where you don't see things clearly. You're not able to have the time or energy to do that because they sap you dry of your time, of your energy, of your finances. You may feel obligated to this person because maybe they're your spouse. Maybe it's a family member, a parent, that makes you feel guilty for leaving their home because they're a single parent or something. Personally, I don't believe that it's healthy for any parent to force their child to stay at home, regardless of the situation. Like, if the bird is ready to leave the nest, you know, the bird should be free to fly. I feel like for some of you, you're really struggling so hard to get this person to release their fucking grip on you. I heard like cawing, looking at these two birds here, and like both of them have the same posture. Both of them are essentially kind of doing the same thing. What is it about that? Calling, you're calling. Three. With this fire here and this skull, I'm being like really drawn to the three eyes specifically. And it's making me think, for very few of you, again, like if this isn't your situation, it's not your situation, don't force it to fit. But for some of you, this person is manifesting your destruction. Possibly even death. And I don't want to scare you guys. I'm just saying what I see. These are only messages that are going to resonate with very, very few of you. If you need help, seek help. But I feel like you're feeling lost because this person has a lot of friends in high places. Or they have their eyes everywhere. Like they're always watching you. I feel like some of you might even to some point feel like they're tracking your every move, like via your phone or a tracking device. Who are you dealing with? I hate this energy. Like, I despise this energy that I'm feeling. This is disgusting. Perhaps you caught this person red-handed. Because even though you can't see the palm, you can tell that it's outlined in red. I feel like you have caught this person doing something behind your back red-handed, or that they did something very illegal or something, and you feel like maybe that's something that a reason why, like, leave no witnesses kind of energy that you're fearing. Four of Swords. Perhaps this person makes you feel alone. They're very, very controlling and abusive. I feel like this person's really just has their tentacles in like all these places. I don't like their energy at all. They're disgusting to me. Wow. Five of Swords in reverse. Be aware that this person may be trying to disarm you. If this is resonating with you, which I feel like may only be one person, maybe one person will resonate with this reading. Be aware that this person may be trying to disarm you. They may be trying to get your information, blackmail you, catch you when you're vulnerable. Again, I'm not trying to strike fear in you, okay? So if this is your genuine situation, and this is without a doubt what you are experiencing, then this message is for you. But if you're over here like, oh my God, is that what they're doing behind my back? And like, if you're with someone who doesn't treat you like shit and they love you and they treat you well, then this isn't your message, okay? Don't force it to fit, because you will just fuck up your own life in fear of a situation that's not even yours. And you don't want to bring that possibility to you, okay? I feel like some of you don't sleep well at night. Maybe this is someone that you were married to, they ended up in jail because they did something, and you're afraid when they get free that they know where you live. That they're liars, they're manipulators, they're cheaters, or they do whatever behind your back. They steal, they harm other people verbally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, perhaps even. Let's see. If this is your situation and you need help, get the help that you need. This card says nothing is yet set in stone, but it's in reverse. I don't usually read reversals, but I do have this card with some of them reversed. I think one day I was reading it like that. Nothing is yet set in stone. I feel like this person thinks that they have this situation all figured out, and that nothing will come to harm them. This is really heavy, to say the least. And it just keeps honestly it keeps making me think of someone that I know in my life, in real life, who's dealing with a kind of similar situation. It says a new romantic cycle begins. But what I'm getting from that is kind of like the Justice card. The answers you need are coming in reverse. So I feel like a lot of you are afraid because the answers haven't come to you yet. Because you feel so confused and conflicted about what to do. Excuse me. What I feel here with a new romantic cycle. Excuse me. I'm getting gassy. I feel like there's something here about communication. I heard gaslighting. But with this new romantic cycle, what I'm getting here is this desire for justice. This desire to just have a connection that's healthy for once. This desire to close out the cycle. To move into a new phase in your life without the need to worry about your safety or the safety of the people around you. Let me see. That's for advice. Okay. All right. Of course, you know your situation better than anyone. Just, relaying the message that they see. You know your situation better. But what I'm seeing here is that there really is this, despite this energy around you of this untrustworthy, to say the least, person around you, there is hope. There is hope. It's understandable if you have been extremely emotional. It's important for you to open up and communicate with the people that you trust about the situation. If you need to get legal, get legal. If you need to get the police involved, get the police involved, FBI, whatever you need to do, you need to do. Whatever you feel the most drawn to, whatever you feel the most intuitively led to do in order to handle the situation, consider doing that. There is hope for your situation, that you will have justice, is what I'm getting. And with underneath that deck, there's the 10 of Pentacles. I feel like some of you are wondering, I'm already in a legal shit with this person, or I'm about to be. Is it going to, what's going to happen? I have a friend who I mentioned is kind of going through something similar. And even with the intuition and the amount of spiritual power that she possesses, she continues to remain in the mindset of, I am going to do this right. I'm not going to stoop to their level. I'm not going to attack them. I'm not going to curse them. I'm not going to wish ill will or pain upon them. I just want justice. And I feel like this is, in essence, your guides perhaps telling you to be in that mind state. As difficult, to say the very least, that this situation has been to you, it's important for you to find this calmness despite, how can I say? It's like, I just imagine fishermen, deep sea fishermen, or the ones that are getting crabs or like salmon or something that's really dangerous because the waters can be extremely turbulent. There could be vicious waves and stuff. Despite all of the shit that is going on around them, they still need to do their job. And they do their best to do it level-headed because they are prepared for situations like that. They're trained for situations like that. I'm not saying that you are. I'm just saying your spirit guides may be saying, like, do this right. We are protecting you. But anything that you can do to up level your protection, do it. It will help. Remain hopeful in the situation that justice will be served. And I see here that, you know, because this is a legal situation, I don't want to say for sure this is going to happen or for sure this is going to happen, but based on this card, again, I don't know your exact situation, but from what I see is that things will go in your favor as long as you continue to, despite the turbulence, try to be as level-headed as possible. I know that sounds like bullshit, but think about it. In any situation where there is danger, who are the first people to die or be left behind or whatever? The ones that are freaking the fuck out and don't know what the fuck to do. They're running around with their heads cut off like a chicken. Who are the ones to survive? The ones that, despite all the bullshit and the craziness and the chaos around them, they're able to focus on what they need to do in order to survive. And I feel like this is where you are, Cancer. It's a very difficult situation if this is what you're going through, to say the very least. I would wish this upon nobody. Continue to do things right. Continue to have hope. Continue to connect with your spirit guides, your angels, your demons, your ancestors, whoever it is that's watching over you. But also, despite the chaos and the fear that you are understandably facing, try to find calmness in this chaos, where you know that justice will prevail. Whatever evidence you have, whatever things you need to make copies of and save in multiple different ways, so just in case they access one, they can't completely delete the evidence or take it from you or whatever. Have multiple safe places for whatever evidence that you have. Continue to believe and work. If you do workings, then then you know, do a protection ritual or do different things that you feel called to do, whatever your intuition is leading you to, and have faith that justice will prevail, is what I'm getting here. Okay. Wow. All right. So those are the messages that I have for you today, Cancer. I really hope that this message doesn't resonate with anybody, to be honest, because I wouldn't want this for anybody to have to go through. But I understand it does happen in this real world with people that are like that. And it's really scary. If you don't feel safe, do what makes you feel safe. Communicate with people you feel safe. I feel like that's something that will help you. And I will keep you in my thoughts, and do my best to send as much protection for you. So these are the messages that I have for you today, Cancer. Keep believing that, you know, as long as you do what you need to do and stay in a healthy energy within yourself. Understandably, if, you know, it's chaotic and things get too out of hand or crazy, that, you know, there's stress and everything, but do your best to remain calm despite the chaos around you. Okay? Thank you for watching. I sincerely wish you the best and that justice will prevail in this situation. Stay safe and do what you need to do to protect yourself. Just don't try your best not to allow the fear to consume you, because that may be a part of how they are attacking you spiritually and mentally, even emotionally and physically. They may be trying to drain your energy. Okay, so just be aware. I just keep seeing like a bunch of fire and chaos and people running and screaming all around this one person that's just standing in the middle, calm. And I know that's way easier said than done, and I'm not saying like that needs to be you as the, you know, I'm just saying it's important for you to do your best despite the chaos, to find some kind of calmness, to find some kind of ritual for yourself, self-love ritual, protection, you know, whatever it is that you need to do. Okay, so those are your messages. I wish you the best, and I hope to see you in the next one. So now we're going to move on to Leo. Hello, Leo, and welcome to your portion of the reading. Let's see. Actually, I'm sorry. I can't. Like, that was way too much. That was way too much. Hello, Leo, and welcome to your portion of today's reading. I hope that all is well. So, let's see what comes out today for Leo. All right. Your first card is the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, which is very interesting in this card because I was about to say in reverse, it's like the volcano is erupting. You know what I mean? The way that I see it is as if the volcanoes are upright and they are currently erupting. Versus when it's like this, they have already erupted and it's just overflowing. The lava is just coming out. So what I'm seeing here is that you may be experiencing some turbulence, to say the least. An explosion of energy. Clouded judgment. Financial insecurity or instability. 3 of Wands in reverse underneath. 3 of Wands. I feel like some of you Leos are struggling to move past a situation that has caused you to erupt. I'm sorry if you can hear my stomach. That's caused you to erupt or be angry, be frustrated in a situation. Perhaps you have anger issues. Some of you are struggling to move forward in a situation because you feel like your anger has made someone redact their offer. Perhaps it was a job offer, perhaps it was a significant other. There's an essence here that they saw like the negative side of you, and now you're afraid of what they think, or if they still want it, if they still want to hire you or give you a promotion. 3 of Wands is showing that there is this fear of moving forward and planning for the future. It's like right now your mind is so split in two. Let's see these other cards that came out. We have the 7 of Pentacles, and we have the 8 of Stars, the 8 of Pentacles in reverse. Underneath we have the Sun in reverse. It's like something that you were planting the seeds for. It's like something changed in the dynamic. Your motivation towards something has changed. Your positive outlook towards a situation has changed. Perhaps this is like a side message for someone. Perhaps you have been saving your money, and then you kind of like, maybe you have like a shopping addiction or a gambling addiction, and you were saving money, you were doing better, and then for some of you, you went off and spent it. And you're feeling very guilty, you're feeling like, man, I fucked up, you know. I feel like that's for very few of you. There's something here about needing to move forward towards what it is that will bring you new beginnings. It's like if you have some seeds and you don't plant them, like, what's the point in having the seeds? It takes time for the plant to grow, but it's necessary to understand that growing your financial abundance, your financial stability, or whatever the case is necessary for you to be patient, for you to make necessary changes in your life that will help you get the outcome that it is that you're trying to get. But I feel like because you may be struggling to see things from a new perspective, or you may be struggling to move forward out of fear, because of that, I feel like you have been stagnant to where you have not been working towards what it is that you want. And because of that, it's making you feel very unhappy. The Sun card's about ultimate happiness. It's about enlightenment. It's like for some of you, you have been trying to delve deeper into a situation, perhaps into your spiritual path, or I heard Akashic records. But it's like you're at the doorway. You see these two, oh no, one looks like a person, one looks like a horse or something. It's like you are at the doorway, but it's like with it being in reverse, you're too scared to actually go through. It's like the way that I'm seeing it in my mind is that imagine someone, an archaeologist or something, they discover the thing that they have been looking for their whole lives, and they finally are right at the foot of it. They can literally just touch it, and they're like, nah, you know what? I don't know. Maybe I should be scared about this. Like, maybe I should reconsider. Maybe, like, this is something you had been desiring your whole life. You had been planning for your whole life. And now you say no when you're right there. I feel like some of you, when I'm hearing this scenario about Akashic records. So I myself don't have a lot of knowledge about it, even though I understand what it is. The Akashic records is like essentially the library of everything and everyone that has ever existed and what has happened, like our thoughts, our actions, like every single possible outcome in the possibility of any reality. I feel like some of you are afraid of the answers that you're going to come to. I feel like some of you are looking for ancestral answers, and I heard ancestral patterns. Some of you are trying to reach the Akashic records to spy on people. I have heard or read one time that the Akashic records are only going to make themselves available to people that, first and foremost, they desire to have a better understanding of themselves so that they can level up. So what I'm seeing here is, if your intentions are impure, you will not reach the Akashic records. That's the essence that I'm getting here. If you're not ready to find out the truth, why are you looking? Because you're at the foot of it. Are you ready to find out the truth or not? It's like, for example, people that ask other people what they think about something. They want to know an answer to something, but then they end up hating or talking shit or whatever the case is about this person just because it's not what they wanted to hear. Listen, never ask a question that you do not want to know the answer to. Whether you're asking your partner, whether you're asking your family, whether you're asking a manager, a boss, a coworker, you're asking your friends. Whatever the case is, if you cannot handle the truth, then don't ask for the truth. I feel like for some of you, there's an essence here that there's something that you'll come to know. You're afraid of something that you will come to know because you have this deep feeling that may be the truth. And you want to access the Akashic records to prove it, but deep down inside you don't want it to be true, even though your intuition's telling you that's true. So it's like you teeter-totter with the universe. I want to know, tell me. But then the universe is like, I don't know, like, we see right through you. You're not ready to know. And you get all angry. And like, well, I need to know. Well, not with that energy, you're not. Not with that energy, you're not ready to know. Because if you feel so angry about the possibility of what the answer may be, you're not ready for it. That's the essence that I'm getting here. So, in other words, you have to be open to whatever is the truth. But you also have to allow yourself to, how can I say, not to focus on the possibility that it is exactly what you don't want, but to understand that regardless if it is what you want or what you don't want to hear, that it's gonna benefit you. You have to see it as a lesson rather than I need to know just because I need to know everything. You will never know everything. I will never know everything. No one will ever know everything. It's like, for example, our brains, let's just say, are like the first generation computers that are literally this fucking huge ass box that can literally only do like calculations and maybe do like Pong or something, you know what I mean? Like, it's extremely limited. Let's say that is our brain, and you're expecting to get downloads from like the newest generation, most current generation software on an old dinosaur computer, and you expect to know everything. It's like trying to use apps on I was gonna say flip phone, but I know that nowadays they're coming back. It's like trying to use apps on the first generation phone, like this big, and it literally only has numbers, and that's it. You can only call someone with it, I don't even think you can text. Like, no text, just call. And you're trying to play apps on it. This is not how it works. You will come to the answers when you're ready, whether you like it or not. It's up to you to be angry about it and to resent everyone and everything around you in the universe, or to come to a place of understanding that, maybe I need to work on myself first before I get to the answer, because if I don't have the answer yet, then that means I'm not ready for it. I will not handle it in the best way, or in the way that will allow for the best possible outcome. Okay. Blinded to pain. Number 13. Number 13 is the Death card. Okay, so what I'm seeing here is blinded by pain is saying that you're too blinded by the pain of your past, or whatever situation's going on, for you to be able to even perceive the knowledge that you would theoretically receive. And therefore that's why you're not receiving it. You're over here angry. If this is your energy, if this is your experience, then you're over here in this energy where you are not allowing yourself the openness of possibility to be able to see things from a healthy perspective. And then with the 13 being, Death card energy, it's saying you need to create change. If you want change, you need to create change. If you want to be able to perceive these things, you have to work on your perception. If you want the answers, you need to work on your perception to a point where you will be ready for the answers. If you ask yourself, what would happen, what would you do if you found out that you're right and things are fucked up, or, whatever the case is, if your response to you asking yourself that question is, I would handle it so bad. I would be depressed. I would, trigger warning, I would hurt someone or hurt myself, which is never okay. Unless it's self-defense, that's different. But I digress. If your response to your own question is, I'm not ready, like I wouldn't be able to handle it, then you're not ready. So then what you can do is understand that there are many possible outcomes. Don't hyper focus on things being negative. Just be open to the truth coming to light when the time is ready, when you are ready to receive it. You must be ready to receive in order for the universe to give you something. You want to have changes in your life, then you need to take off the blindfold and understand that, maybe whatever outcome it is that you're fearing so much, maybe that is the outcome that needs to happen in order for better things to come into your life. But it's like the flies here, you feel like maybe there's a lot of energy around you, stagnant, or like consuming your thoughts, hiding your true self. Number 14. I feel like for some of you, you'll ask yourself that question. Anger and chains. Damn, okay. I feel like some of you are going to answer your question in a way, oh, well, I'm ready to hear it. I can hear it. I can handle it, but you know you're not. You will never, no one will ever be able to fake it to the universe. Yeah, you can do magical workings or you can do whatever, but the universe is gonna know when you're ready for something, when you're not. If you're truly, truly, truly not ready for it, be careful what you're manifesting. Because you can literally manifest something that was meant to leave your life, and then you end up, you know, you manifested it so good that now you're stuck in a negative situation because you wanted something that wasn't meant for you. It's like, for example, I just got a feeling like someone might be trying to do love rituals towards someone to get them to love them. That's fucked up, okay? I do not condone love rituals if they are towards someone else. However, I will say, if it is a self-love ritual, fuck yeah. I completely agree 100%. I think we all need a self-love ritual. If it is a love ritual for someone you already have a connection with and you're just trying to build upon it, then perfect. That's fine. Nothing wrong with that. But if you're trying to get someone who literally doesn't like you, who literally doesn't want to be with you, who literally has told you multiple times, like, I am not interested. How many times do I have to tell you? Like, I don't want to be a bitch or an asshole, but I don't want this. If you're going behind that person's back and trying to force something through magical working, that's fucked up in my opinion. Honestly, you can do whatever, that's your problem. You just take responsibility for your own shit. But what I see here with the anger and chains, and beneath that is parasite and revenge. Calling in the storm. You're not ready to know. Because you might be vengeful and you might harm yourself or this person. You might cause more harm to the situation, to people that you love, and to everything around you. Because there's this energy, you're allowing it to consume you. And it's very difficult. It's easier said than done when it comes to energy that's very overwhelming. But we have to be mindful. We have to be careful with how we handle situations, that we don't become a parasite on this earth, that we don't start taking and leeching. If someone doesn't love you, you should not force them to love you. That is literally going against someone's free will. And therefore, in my most honest opinion, that is wrong. Now, if this person knows, like, hey, I have some issues, you know, maybe you can help me out with a self-love ritual or whatever, you know, then that's fine. But if you're literally trying to force someone to love you or force the situation that isn't meant for you, then you're fucking yourself over. Anger and chains, that's all that's gonna come from the situation. I feel like some of you are so heavily bound to the outcome of the situation that you are manifesting the opposite. If you learn about manifestation, whatever your true intention is, that's what the universe is going to receive. The universe sees right through everyone and everything. There's no way you can lie to the universe, ever. No matter how magically gifted you are. You can't lie to the universe. You can do workings, you know, of course, to help manifest things faster or whatever. But I feel like you need to focus on yourself. I know that sucks. I know a lot of people hate to hear it. I hate to hear it too. Like, I know I'm in that energy that I need to be doing that, and I have been, but that doesn't mean that it's easy. You are aware of your situation, and what I'm seeing here is if you continue to allow yourself to be bound to the pain that you feel deep down inside, you will always be blindfolded and you will never see the truth of the situation. Even if the truth slaps you across the face, you won't see what came to you. You won't see it coming because you can't see the situation clearly. All right? So be aware of your energy, be aware of what you're manifesting, and be aware that you're not allowing your anger to control you, because your anger is literally binding you. I'm seeing like the Eight of Swords in my mind, which in the original Rider-Waite depiction of the Eight of Swords is a woman who's blindfolded, who's lightly bound, and there's 8 swords surrounding her. However, whether you're male or female, it doesn't matter. However, she could just wiggle loose, take off the blindfold, and walk right past the swords. But she chooses to believe, wow, just because I'm bound, like I can't do anything, I'm helpless in this situation. Your anger, your resentment, your sorrow, your pain is keeping you bound. And it's like you want to spiritually evolve, you want to come to truth, you want to come to understanding, you want to help other people. But how can you help other people if you can't help yourself? How can you help people realize who they truly are when you don't even know who you truly are? You might be like, yeah, I do, but do you? I mean, our lives are like the ever unfolding rose. And there's more sides to us that are constantly something that we should try to come to know and understand and accept and be healthy about, you know? I hope I'm making sense. I would say focus on healing your pain and making positive, consistent changes in your life. Stop hiding from who you really are out of fear of what other people might think. And release the overwhelming desire to know everything, because you will never know everything. No one ever will. And as annoying as that is, for people like me too, it's like, that's the truth. Whether you want to know everything or not. An old ass computer cannot handle the new software because it literally doesn't even have the language to comprehend that. So our limited human brains that are very extremely powerful, we get downloads in sections. So don't expect to come to knowledge that you're not ready to know, because yeah, I already explained it. But I hope that message resonated and brought you some kind of clarity to your situation. If it was upsetting because you want to know everything, I get it. So do I. But that's not life. Okay? Realistically, that's not how things work. Even the most talented, gifted occultist still will never know everything. It will take literally lifetimes and lifetimes and lifetimes. And even at that, we don't remember all the information from our previous lifetimes. So it's like starting all over again and again and again. It's just you're learning different things. But your soul will remember everything. But that's your soul, not your physical self. Okay? So thank you. I hope that that message resonated and brought you some clarity into your situation. And now I will be moving on to Virgo. So, hello Virgo, and welcome to today's reading. I hope that all is well. Let's see. We have the Star in reverse, Try to flip it. The star. Oh, sorry. Okay. Aquarius in reverse. So I'm seeing you may have been struggling towards what it is that you desire, the things that you want to manifest in your life. You may be struggling with creating a pioneering kind of energy around you. An energy where you are creative and you're not bound by anyone else's standards, where you are just free to create and free to be and free to roam. Ace of Pentacles in reverse. What do we have? Ace of Swords upright. So Ace of Pentacles in reverse. I feel like some of you know what direction you want to take in your life. However, you're losing faith in your dreams. The light is diminishing. It's time to fan the flame again. Let the ember expand again. Let your creation erupt. Let yourself be the pioneer. Let yourself be what you need in order to start the projects that you want, in order to go after your dreams, your aspirations. You need to do that for yourself. The Ace of Swords is, I feel like in this regard, it's kind of saying like, some of you are being very cynical. You're trying to be logical, but you don't realize how you're literally smothering the fire within you. You're being too logical. You're thinking nothing will be able to come of this because I don't have enough money, because I'm not in the city that I need to be in order to be in this career where there's a lot needed in that place, or whatever the case is. And you reaffirming this is literally keeping you stuck and is diminishing the flame of your passion within you. Be the pioneer. Don't let anyone or anything get in the way. Have healthy boundaries and have healthy perspectives. Like, it's important to know, like, yeah, maybe I don't have enough money right now to create my own business. However, if I learn to save money, then I'll be one step closer towards that. However, even if I don't have the money that I need right now, I should start developing a business plan so that I can go to someone who knows business shit. And I can be like, hey, what do I need to do? Who can I go get a loan from? Or whatever the case is, okay? You're being too logical in the sense that you're not seeing the possibility of what you could achieve. It's like you're being too logical to the point where I can't do that now, so it'll never happen. Well, no shit, because you just said it'll never happen. Well, then it will never happen. If that's what you want, sure. What you perceive is what you receive. If you believe it will never happen, it will never happen because you have already failed. You have already allowed yourself to quit before you even begin. And it's understandable there are going to be bumps along the way. There's going to be rocky waters. It's going to be dangerous, or it's going to be challenging. Understandably, that's life. The greatest things that we want in our life take the most effort, the most whatever we need, because that makes it worthwhile, worth being gratified. Like, imagine if everyone and everything just was like literally whatever they hoped and prayed for. What would make the people now that actually got off their ass and made it happen, what would make them more special if everyone just got everything handed to them? You know what I mean? I just got an analogy in my head. It's like, well, if school was free, that would be nice, but like teachers wouldn't be paid enough, and teachers go through too much fucking bullshit as it is. Teachers deserve more credit. If you're a teacher, thank you for your service. It's like, if everyone expected school to be free, because I know in some places it is, here it's not. It's really fucking expensive. If you expect everything to be free and handed to you, you're not gonna appreciate it. And let me tell you what, things are just gonna be harder. For example, back then, a high school degree was like, whoa, that's such an accomplishment. Like, wow, we want you in our company because you graduated high school. Because a lot of people would drop out before high school, finishing. But then college came around, and now it's like, oh, okay, well, you have a high school degree, cool, congratulations. Like, yes, that's you're doing good, but that's not a college degree. So the point that I'm saying here is, if you expect everything to be free and handed to you, it's only gonna make it harder and harder and harder. Where maybe an associate's degree was enough for a certain program or a certain career, now it's gonna be, you're gonna need a master's degree. You know what I mean? Because so many people already have a bachelor's. Imagine if it was free, then everyone would have a bachelor's. A bachelor's degree would be worthless. It's not literally worthless. Not literally. But you know what I mean? The more money in circulation, the less the currency value. So that's what I'm getting here. If everything was just handed to you, you wouldn't respect it enough. It wouldn't be gratifying enough. It wouldn't have taught you to get off your ass and work hard and work smart and be diligent and do what you need to do in order to have it come true for you. Please stop stopping yourself from even trying. Your problem here, if this is your energy, is that you say, oh, I'm a failure and I'll never be able to. It's not that you'll never be able to, it's that you haven't even started. It's like the analogy, how could someone expect to win a marathon if they can't even run for a mile? If you can't even run for a mile without dying over, you expect to win a marathon? Like a race or something? You know what I mean? That doesn't make any sense. It's like someone who's never lifted any weights wanting to immediately jump into a weightlifting competition. That's not how it works. Not only would you severely injure yourself, but like, you're not ready for that. It's not that you'll never get there. It's that you're expecting too much from yourself when you haven't even started. Why don't you, instead of thinking like, hey, I'll never win a competition, why don't you stop that thought? That's bullshit, because that's 100% bullshit. You're bullshitting yourself. Why don't you stop that thought and be like, hey, if I want to win that competition, maybe I need to train for it. And you know, training takes time. Don't do steroids. Don't do this other shit, because that's a cop-out that's just going to bite you in the ass later. It will affect your life. You want to do it right, but it takes one step at a time. A baby, literally just barely born, can't run. It can't even walk. It can't even crawl. It can't even do anything but flail around and cry. That's all it can do. So you're, in essence, I'm not saying that you're a baby in like a bad way. I'm just saying you're a baby in the essence of you're a beginner in something that you haven't even started. So why do you expect yourself? Why do you hate yourself or bash yourself so much for not being able to run when you can't even fucking crawl? Can't even stay stable on your hands and anything. A baby can't even stand, so how can it run? Stop bullshitting yourself and telling yourself, well, I'll never get there. If that's what you believe, then that's exactly what will come. If you want it, you have to start making strides towards it. One step at a time, one day at a time. You want to make changes in your diet, you do it one day at a time, one meal at a time. Start planning, or whatever it is you need to go to a nutritionist, then do it. Whatever it is that you need to do it. But stop telling yourself that you can't, because that's literally what's stopping you. Literally the only thing that I see, of course, you know your situation better. I'm sure that there are, work or school or things are difficult. You don't have a lot of time. I understand. But if you're literally telling yourself I can't, then you won't. Ever. Not because you're incapable, because your self-limiting beliefs make you believe that you can't. So therefore, yes, you have failed because you don't even try. However, it's important to recognize and to remember everyone fails. How many people who have won whatever competition or who are as intelligent as they are didn't at some point fail? At some point, Albert Einstein, at the beginning of his journey, I'm pretty sure he didn't know shit about math or science or anything. He learned about it, and then he became more knowledgeable and more experienced and better at that. But no one starts off just immediately like, oh, I know everything. Oh, I'm a baby. I just popped out of my mom's womb, but I'm running over here. Come catch me if you can. No. So we need to stop forcing this bullshit belief within ourselves that just because we might start trying, that is not good enough. It is good enough, because that's one step forward. It doesn't matter if you jump forward, or if you take like a big step, or you even just take a teeny tiny little step forward. Progress is progress. And when you are ready to make more progress, then allow yourself to make more progress. But you gotta start somewhere. Your dreams, your aspirations, your goals are fucking for sure possible if you put in the time and energy to it. We have fortitude. Be brave and dig deep. And then we have confidence. Be what you want to see. Underneath the deck, we have temperance. Find balance and be centered. So the temperance card in tarot is about patience and healing. You need to heal through the bullshit self-limiting beliefs that you have, which is understandable. We all have them. I have them too. Like, I'm still working on things, and that's life. Like, we will always have limiting beliefs that come up that we need to acknowledge and be aware of, and then make changes to better our lives. But temperance is saying you need to be patient. fortitude is saying that you need to have that perseverance to continue to strive forward. Be brave and dig deep. Know that it is within you. The possibility is there once you take the first step. And you need to be confident. You need to believe in yourself that all of this is true for you, one step at a time. All right, Virgo? So thank you so much for being here. I hope that this message brought you some clarity to your perspective, brought some clarity and perspective to your situation. And thank you so much for being here. I hope to see you in the next video. Bye.